We've been lied to. We've been told that YouTube millionaires are just lucky kids who got famous in their bedrooms. We look at the mansions, the private jets, and the $100,000 giveaways, and we think they just got lucky with the algorithm. But luck doesn't scale. Luck doesn't build nine-figure empires. What you are actually witnessing is the most efficient wealth transfer machine ever designed in human history. It is a digital industrial complex where human attention is the raw material, and multimillionaires are the factory owners. To understand how they do it, you have to stop looking at YouTube as a video site and start looking at it as an arbitrage engine. Today, we aren't just looking at how to get views. We are deconstructing the cold, hard math of how a 10-minute video can generate more net profit than a mid-sized manufacturing plant. Let's talk about the first layer of the lie, AdSense. Most creators fail because they chase viral numbers. They want millions of views. But in the world of high-finance YouTube, views are a vanity metric. Imagine two creators. Creator A makes comedy skits. He gets 1 million views. His CPM, the amount advertisers pay for 1,000 views, is $2. He makes $2,000. Creator B makes a video titled "The Best High-Yield Savings Accounts for 2026." He only gets 50,000 views, but his CPM is $60. Why? Because the viewers watching that video are about to move $100,000 into a bank. Banks will fight, outbid, and bleed money to get in front of that specific person. Creator B makes $3,000, with 5% of the effort. The multimillionaires understand audience valuation. They don't want everyone. They want the valuable. They choose niches like real estate, SaaS, and fintech because the advertisers in those spaces have high customer lifetime value. They aren't selling $10 t-shirts, they are selling $50,000 lines of credit. This is the first step, engineering the audience before you ever hit record. But money from ads is just the fuel. The engine is something much more primal. The parasocial relationship. In traditional television, there is a barrier. You know the news anchor isn't your friend. On YouTube, that barrier is intentionally destroyed. When a creator looks into a lens, speaks with vulnerability, and shares their failures, your brain triggers the same oxytocin response it does for a real-life friend. This is psychological engineering. When you trust a creator like a friend, your buyer resistance drops to near zero. This is why a YouTuber can launch a mediocre chocolate bar or a basic energy drink and do $10 million in sales in 24 hours. They aren't selling products. They are cashing in on trust equity they spent years building. The multimillionaire knows that attention is the new oil, but trust is the new gold. The jump from rich to multimillionaire happens when a creator stops being an influencer and starts being a founder. In the old model, a creator would promote a third-party brand for a $50,000 fee. That's linear income. The multimillionaire rejects this. They look at the data and realize, if I can sell $1 million worth of someone else's vitamins, why wouldn't I just own the vitamin company? This is the white label revolution. They find a manufacturer, slap their brand on a premium version of a product, and keep 100% of the margins. Instead of a one-time fee, they now own an asset that can be sold to a private equity firm for a 10x multiple. This is how a YouTuber with 5 million subscribers ends up with a $150 million exit. They aren't making videos. They are building exit-ready companies using free organic traffic. The final secret is the flywheel. To stay a multimillionaire, you cannot be a slave to the camera. If you stop filming and the money stops, you aren't a business owner. You're a high-paid laborer. The elite 1% build systems. They hire ghostwriters, data analysts, and retention editors. One 10-minute video is repurposed into 30 pieces of short-form content. That content drives users to an email list. That email list sells a high-ticket mastermind or a software subscription. By the time you see the video, the creator has already moved on. They have built a machine that earns money while they sleep, using the YouTube algorithm as a free customer acquisition tool. They have turned fame into liquidity. We are currently living through the greatest digital land grab in history. The barrier to entry is a smartphone, but the barrier to success is a deep understanding of psychology, finance, and systems. YouTube doesn't create multimillionaires by accident. It creates them by providing a platform where a single individual can leverage the power of a billion-dollar infrastructure for free. The mansions and the cars, those are just the visible symptoms of a much deeper, much more calculated game. The reason this machine is so effective is that it operates in the background of our daily lives. Every time you click, every time you watch until the end, you are participating in a global auction where your time is the currency. But there is a ceiling that most never see. The difference between a YouTuber and a media mogul is the transition from content to infrastructure. While the average person sees a video, the multimillionaire sees a data harvesting event. They aren't just looking for likes. They are tracking conversion pixels, building retargeting audiences, and calculating the LTV, the lifetime value, of every single person who watches. On this platform, the most expensive real estate isn't in New York or London. It's the 10 inches of screen space directly in front of your eyes. As we move further into this decade, the lines between creator and corporation will vanish entirely. We are entering an era of the sovereign individual, where a single person with an iPhone and an obsession with data can outcompete a 500-person marketing agency. The multimillionaires we see today are just the prototypes. They are the first generation to master attention arbitrage. They understand that in a world of infinite content, the only thing that remains scarce is human focus. And where there is scarcity, there is immense concentrated wealth. So the next time you see a creator in a private jet or a sprawling estate, don't look for the camera, look for the system, look for the products, the data funnels, and the psychological hooks. Because the mansions and the cars are not the prize, they are simply the byproduct of a game played at a level most people don't even know exists. The digital industrial complex is running 24 hours a day, and as long as the world is watching, the machine will keep printing. But here is the final, most critical piece of the puzzle. While we've spent the last 10 minutes deconstructing the multi-million-dollar empires and the cold math of the attention economy, there is one asset in this equation that is more valuable than any algorithm, any sponsorship, or any viral hit. That asset is you. By watching this, you've done something 99% of the audience never will. You've looked past the entertainment and studied the architecture. You didn't just consume a video, you analyzed a system. You are now more valuable than you were 10 minutes ago because you've added a strategic layer to your own intelligence. You now see the invisible hand of the digital age. You can recognize the difference between a friend and a funnel, between a creator and a corporation, and between luck and leverage. In a world where most people are merely the fuel for someone else's machine, you have just acquired the blueprint. The quest for intelligence is an infinite game, and you've just leveled up. Use this perspective. Don't just watch the world, decode it. Until next time.